up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware M18 with a 7900m gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're going to do Atomic Heart, but at 1440p. Now, it did a pretty damn good job yesterday, as long as you weren't using ray tracing, although truthfully, it even did an alright job with that. At least in the place you start, which is easier to run than the rest of the game. It did a pretty damn good job. It stayed above 60, but I have a feeling once we dropped out of the sky area, even beforehand maybe, we probably would have dropped under 60. So I was like, all right, let's turn ray tracing off and see what we can do. We were getting like 140 to 180 FPS. So I was like, okay, yep, that's good. So it should be able to do 1440 no problem as well. Heck, it might even have less little stutters. But the game does just have stutters in it. It just seems to be a stuttery game no matter what you play it on. But it seems like you get less stutters the more powerful you go. So why don't we stop blabbing, get on into the game, and let's see what it can do at 1440p.
Well, I guess we'll do exactly what we did on 1080p, just try ray tracing out. Probably won't be the greatest experience, but might be playable to some, so we'll do it anyway. Then we'll turn ray tracing off and see what it can do. And if it can just play, we'll get some gameplay. If it still can't get a constant 60 without ray tracing and just on ultra, well then hell, we'll go ahead and turn it off. Or turn it down, I mean. So, let's go hop into the game, shall we? Alright, well we're getting more FPS than I thought, but still not what I would consider great. But some people don't need 60 FPS, so as long as it stayed over 30, which this probably will, might have some more stutters. Notice ray tracing in a lot of games just adds huge stutters, which is another reason I don't use it very often. But we'll still get like a teeny bit of gameplay here for those who are interested, and then we'll drop it down, and I'm pretty sure that's good enough to get us just the rest of the gameplay. But of course, like I said, if not, we'll drop it down again to high or something. I don't think that'll be necessary on this thing. It's a little bit of an older game, and without the ray tracing, this thing is beastly enough, I think, to power through. But hey, I guess we'll find out in a minute here, won't we?
Would you care for some more soda, comrade?
Sure, thanks. Looks like another bot got stuck in a tree. That always cracks me up.
Alright, time to turn ray tracing off. And alright, there you go. Ray tracing is off. Other than that, same settings. So with that all out of the way, let's go see how it'll do now. Alright, here we go.
From the ground up to be the ideal comfortable
On
workplace.
ultra settings without the ray tracing, and it looks like we should be just fine. There might be a couple spots in the game, I can't predict obviously, but where it might drop under 60, but I think we're going to be good 99.9% of the time.
City floats on the Icarus platform, a feat of modern science and technology. This city in the clouds was built in 1950. Leading scientists from all the other Soviet republics live here, including the German SSR. You need to have an exceptionally brilliant and dedicated mind to work here.
Would you care for some more soda, comrade?
Sure, thanks.
Heck yeah. All the soda will be mine.
Looks like another bot got stuck in a tree. That always cracks me up.
They're still working on the robot's navigation system.
Yeah, I noticed. Wow, what a beautiful day.
Oh, it's the old lady and her pig from later. She's an absolute badass.
What's up with your Volvas box, Andre? They're going haywire. What the hell
hell did you do to them?
They've been like that all day. Number 3 is booked. I need these houses painted, but look at what they're doing instead.
Give me your control code. I'll set them straight. Hold piggies.
Thanks, Mum. The code's 0451.
Okay then. Get to work, you bums. Move it! Move it!
Whoa, you did it! Oh, thanks a million. Enjoy the celebration.
Good morning, my boy. How are you? Did you sleep well?
Good morning, Dr. Sechenov. I slept fine. Awaiting orders.
How do you like the new glove?
Better than the old one. It's growing on me.
I'd expect nothing less. I designed the device myself. Be careful with it now. It's more important than you might think.
Yes, Dr. Sechenov. I'll keep it safe.
Report to the lab to complete your integration with the glove. I've got a full schedule today, so Mikhail Stockhausen will get you up to speed. I'll be in touch later.
Roger that.
You've been ordered to the laboratory, Comrade Major. There's a turbine waiting for you at the airway. Are your orders clear?
Crystal, get off my case already.
I'm pleased to hear you don't have any questions, for once.
You dickhead.
Alright, there we go. Had to cough a little bit, so I tried to get away from the mic, but I'm sure it picked up a little bit, but still think it's better than coughing right into the microphone, if I can help it. Kitten belly. I actually managed to pet a little kitten belly without getting my hand latched onto. You can only do that when she's really sleepy. Other than that, it's a trick. She'll be like, oh, look at my belly, it's so cute. Ah, just kidding, you fell for my trap card. Latches onto you. She doesn't really fuck me up too bad, but she'll give me a little couple scratches here and there. Just when she's playing. She just doesn't understand. Us human skin sucks. I mean, you could look at it funny and you're bruised, it seems. Or cut.
Everyone here seems so happy and content. Just like in China.
You've been to China, Comrade Major?
I've been everywhere. I mean, everywhere except for China, I guess.
Facility 3826 isn't all that far from our Chinese allies.
I like their spirit. And I hear it's nice there.
Indeed it is.
I still can't believe the stars can be so close. It's as if I could reach out.
Major Nechayev reporting for duty on Comrade Sechenov's direct order.
Welcome, Comrade Major. Today is a joyful occasion. The birthday of Collective.
Yeah, many happy returns. Cut to the chase, would you? I've got places to be.
Naturally. This is the future of Soviet education. A personal project of Dr. Sechenov's Poly-Education. Gone are the days when Soviet citizens had to spend years studying at educational institutions. From this moment on, just inject a special neuropolymer encoded with the education you want, a university-level natural sciences curriculum, for example, and you'll instantly become an educated member of society. Want to learn Korean, or get a doctorate in nuclear physics, or learn to play the piano? With Collective 2.0, you can.
Yeah, been there, done that. Skip the foreplay, bot.
Excuse me, of course. Your particular case definitely calls for something more efficacious. Nevertheless, you still need an initial neuropolymer injection. Comrade Sechenov is expecting you, Agent P3. I've been informed of your imminent arrival. Here, take this capsule. just upgraded your glove with scanner functionality. Using the neuropolymer as a conduit, the sensors in your glove are now directly connected to your neural system, especially your eyes' polymer retina. To activate the scanner, just make a special gesture. Please choose an object of interest and extend your arm toward it. The palm of your hand should be facing the object. Contract all the fingers on your hand, except for your thumb and index finger. Extend your thumb and index finger to form a right angle to activate the scanner.
Holy shit, bot. Who designed this thing? The Spanish Inquisition? Demon, be gone.
All right, now we can see stuff.
That's a highly user-friendly
Definitely a fun skill.
gesture. It was developed by our leading expert in the field of advanced interpretive avant-garde absurdist Dadaism.
Whatever that guy's been smoking, sign me up.
Didn't you say you were in a hurry just a moment ago?
Shut your trap and keep scanning, would you? I'm getting acquainted with the new hardware.
You are now capable of seeing hidden objects. This ability could prove very useful in the future. But for now, please continue with your mission.
Comrades, the address by the Director General of Facility 3826, Dr. Sechenov, is about to begin.
Greetings, comrades. I am Dmitry Sechenov, and this is Facility 3826.
Sorry about that. That tickle came out of nowhere. I didn't even take a hit like a little bit ago, but it's definitely not from the hit. I just inhaled a little bit and coughed immediately.
We stand on the brink of the greatest event in the history of mankind. We find ourselves just one small step away from an amazing evolutionary victory that will profoundly change the world as we know it.
So glad to see you're taking it easy, Comrade Major. The car is waiting. We must go to Dr. Sechenov's office for the access code. It's been left with one of his bodyguards.
Yeah, naturally. I love this place. No matter how many times I come here, it always amazes me. It's just so nice.
Our elevator has arrived.
Alright, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now.
Talk about style. Science is power, I tell you. The boss has a way of looking down on insurmountable obstacles. I really respect that.
There are no obstacles science cannot surmount.
Here's your vehicle activation code, Comrade Major.
Got it.
The vehicle is waiting downstairs. You should hurry. You don't have much time.
We can take the same elevator we took to get up here.
It's a little bit of a long elevator. I wish these cameras just had like a pause button like OBS does.
Sechenov here. Sorry I can't.
Or I could just be like, alright, no, I want the same video file, but just pause this bullshit.
All day.
Because I know, well, if I was watching a video and somebody was just staring at a wall like this, I'd be slightly annoyed. So anytime I end up having to do the same thing, I'm like, this is probably what happens to them too. So then I start, not getting as annoyed when other people do it.
One day
Sometimes you're just playing the game, and the game has you in an elevator.
Will be the beginning of our journey to the farthest reaches of the universe.
I was thinking, okay, well, we'll just cut the whole part and
helping
start
humanity
at the very
realize
bottom
its
when I
own
get out.
greatness.
Okay, well, what if somebody wanted to see the twins up there?
Fantasy and
You know?
science go
A lot of
hand in
people
hand.
love frickin' seeing those
Most
two
modern
twin
inventions
robot things up there.
described long
People
ago
were going
in science
absolutely
fiction.
fucking nuts
Flying machines, space
for them when this game first
even
came out, and
robots.
I'm sitting
Are
here
you
like,
telling
damn.
me you got your ideas from sci-fi
Do
novels?
you?
I got them from
already
the
do a lot
dreams
for
of
me.
mankind pieces.
I do find it very
Man was
funny how
born
they
to
gave the
dream,
robots
to do great
like
things.
actual nipples
But
you can see through their clothes when
there
they're
are those
robots.
who wish to crush
I
them.
can't remember. Weren't they
And that's
actually
where men like you come in
cyborgs or
someday.
something? Weren't they actually made
And
from real
sworn to
women?
defend
Or am I
mankind and its
getting it
destiny.
mixed up with
Maybe
another
you're getting
game?
rid of
I can't
somebody,
remember
boss?
anymore. It's
You're
been
very
forever since I
relaxed
played this
about it,
bitch.
my boy. I hope it won't come to that. But let's take it one step at a time. First, you'll need a substantial glove upgrade. Report to
Substantial,
the lab.
you
A
say?
Tereshkova robot will meet you there and take you to the Vavilov complex. Understood?
Yes, sir. I'm getting in the car right now.
Alright, let's see how this thing handles it. Usually everything stutters as we're on the way to the car. Right as we're about going next to this guy sweeping. That was barely anything on this VI. I guess the more powerful your system, the littler the stutters. I guess we'll find that out in the next video, since the secondary cache repeater is quite a bit more powerful than this one as far as like GPU power goes and gaming power goes. I think if you put this 16-core 32-thread CPU against the 7800X 3D and like video editing or something that would actually push the cores, I think the laptop would win.
Secure your seatbelt.
Because I mean, it's pretty much the same 16-core desktop chip. It's just, you know, TDP limited and whatnot, so it doesn't turn itself into a cool liquid silicon. Even though it still attempts to do that very frequently.
In here?
At least mine does.
The entire Soviet Union is ecstatic about the
now we've got ourselves a little bit of a car ride here.
Yeah, I just came from there. Get it.
The American government is expressing deep.
I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this game so far. It makes testing the game pretty easy because most of it is just watching and not having to react much. But at the same time, it's like, man, I wished I could play around more and get more fights. But it looks like pretty much besides the part I do up here where we fight like 3 bots and then get into a big old another cutscene with this cool old lady, then I get shoved underground, and then we're getting like 220 FPS versus 160, and then that's not a good way to show how the game's gonna run. I'd have people going, "What the fuck are you doing underground, you idiot?" You know, that's what happened with Watch Dogs Legion. That game starts you out in a cave, and everyone will want to see me in the city where you're going to spend most of your time. So that made sense. So I went and did it.
Your assignment.
No big deal. But then I learned, don't start videos in caves unless you can't help it.
What did you just say?
I said
and if you're going to do that, maybe get 2 or 3 minutes of gameplay in the cave, pause until you're out of the cave. That's pretty much my solution now. Or get a little bit of, what do you call it, the beginning video or whatever, because some people like watching the intro movies and like explaining what the game's about and stuff. You should get a minute or 2 of that, pause, and then wait till I can actually get some damn gameplay. Or at least some in-game footage where they're talking
why the
and
hell
stuff.
are we riding a jalopy strapped to a damn robot?
Because we're
all the jets
awesome.
taken or something?
We've got ourselves a jalopy. It's like the coolest word to say. Well, no, pickle weasel is still the coolest word to say. Just because it sounds funny and it sounds kind of dirty at the same time.
Them pulled by bumblebees.
Even though
Why
it's
do we call them
technically not.
bumblebees when they
I don't
look
even know
more
what
like
it is.
flying pigs?
I'm pretty sure it's just some word that fucking Kelso made on that 70s show. He just got stoned, and I remember they were sitting around in the basement. He's like, you know, what's a funny word? Pickle weasel. And then like 10 minutes go by. Hey, you guys, you know what's a funny? It's like, yeah. Is it pickle weasel? Dude, are you psychic? Like, no, we've already had this conversation, bro.
To what? Is there anything here you haven't seen yet?
I've never been here
Yeah,
before.
everything. I haven't gotten to see all this shit, dude.
How come?
I don't know, damn it. Now quit bugging me.
My apologies.
It has a pretty badass looking statue. It's even got like a, looks like an atom or something that you're holding on to. And it's all like, not just there, it moves. That's pretty awesome. I wonder what time period this is supposed to actually be, because they said that we're like paying homage to what they did before. So I want to say it's, you know, quite a bit further in the future. And we're just riding around in this car the same way we would if we went to like, God, there's some city, I think it's Mackinac Island, where you can't drive cars or have anything like that creates pollution. You gotta ride horseback and what have you, and it's just like super old school way to live. It's almost like an Amish village, but not.
This is Facility 3826's
But I can't remember
audio
what the
guide.
heck the village is
We will
actually
soon
called.
be arriving at our destination. Estimated time of arrival is 11:47 a.m. Outside temperature, 26 degrees Celsius. There is a slight breeze. You can now observe the Soyuz Granite Bridge spanning Lake Lazur and 2 of the facility's high-profile test sites, the VDNH and Sakhalin. These are connected by magnetic levitation or maglev rail. This technology was pioneered by the CherryMX Design Department and a personal project of Dr. Lebedyansky. You can now observe the operations of an automated plant, performing robot assembly and distributing machine parts required by the facility's various complexes. Controlled remotely by a collective 1.0 node, a plant such as this is capable of autonomously managing and fulfilling up to 100 orders per hour.
One of those orders almost hit us, man. This was a pretty fun game, though. Like, after beating this game, I'd give it like a 6.8 to a 7. Its graphics were alright, its story was alright, but the combat and all that was pretty fun for me.
We are currently
And pretty
flying over
challenging at
sunflower
times.
solar farms, capable of
So I
supplying
enjoyed that.
electricity to the entire
Like, that's kind of the only thing that was
as well as
passable
the
about for
friendship of
smoking
Lucas
now that I
Park,
think about it. It
nearby
had alright
settlements,
combat.
and the maglev train lines.
But everything else about that game was like the...
Facility 3826, allowing personnel to travel from
And
one
today I
project
have to
to
test a
another
game
with comfort
that seems
and
like
ease.
Microsoft's version of it, so I'm quite
We are now
quite
flying
not
past
frightened,
the
but
majestic
like,
Call of
oh
the
man.
Motherland Monument, erected
I think
in
it was called Sound of
1949 to
Midnight.
mark the Soviet Union's
But
victory
somebody
in
wanted to know
World
how it
War
ran on
II,
the Steam Deck
and are
OLED
now entering
when
the
it came
grounds
out,
of the
so I figured,
Vavilov
alright, cool.
complex.
I was going to do that yesterday, but I got too tired. It got to be like 4:30 in the morning, and I couldn't even get done with the Alienware. And I can only go up to my new main PC. I wouldn't be able to finish this today
Designed
until
by
after
sculptors
midnight.
Elena Mukhina and Alexander Kibalnikov, and autonomously erected
Well, actually, no, it'll be after whenever I
1951
get
by the
done
collective
doing
1.0
this stuff.
neural
Whenever I
network
get to
with
the
the
main
help of
PC
robot
and
builders.
leave it, I think that's
Note
when I
that
can
this
start the next
effectively
one.
makes
So
it
if
the
I get done at
world's
6:30,
first collaborative artistic
alright, well,
effort
tomorrow at 6:30 I
between
can
NASA
finish
and
up this Adam Falls thing I gotta finish today.
Our brief guided tour is coming to an end. Facility 3826 is always ready to welcome new specialists from anywhere in the Soviet Union. We are confident that you will be thrilled to live and work in this world of revolutionary breakthroughs and fantastic scientific achievements for the glory of the Communist Party and the Soviet people.
See, I feel like this is what everybody thinks communism would be, but can never be because greedy people.
Initiating what? For real? Watch out! What am I supposed to do about it? What the?
Please do not unfasten your seatbelt until the vehicle has come to
But that's why I'm cool with capitalism. It might not be perfect, but it's working for me a lot better than the other things.
You have reached your destination. You are now at the
I started from the bottom down here. Not the complete bottom, it's not like I was a bum or anything. But we definitely did not have a shit ton of money when I was a
I
kid.
will escort you to the Vavilov
But we
complex.
still had enough for me to have like a Genesis and a couple games and shit. And a TV,
Unfortunately,
so
I
it's
have
not
no
like,
information
oh,
on
it's
this
like,
subject.
okay,
All
well,
the
all
robots
you
have
can
been
do
carrying
is
out their
be
normal
your friends with
operations
sticks.
until they
Go
suddenly
outside and
became
play. I still had
hostile.
video games and stuff. But
What the hell are you doing, lousy bots? Get your rusty metal asses out of
now
here!
it's awesome because I get to just make videos for you guys all day and just do what I want other than that. It's pretty cool. I wish everybody got to experience that. But like I said, another thing, if everybody could do this, then the world would be pointless and no
Our
one would ever
ascent
get
is
anything
once
done.
again continuing normally. A Drotha towing robot will be here
Different
shortly
people to
to
do all
perform
sorts of different
magnetic
things, and
coupling
if we lose
and
that, then
take
the
us
world
by
kind of
air
falls.
to...
Sucks, but that's just the way
Son
it
of
is.
a bitch, not again.
And then if you replace everything with machines, you can get a cyberpunk dystopian shit where you got like way too much homeless, way too many people that don't get to do anything because there's just no use for them. A robot can, or a guy with like parts and it can do stuff way better than you. When you have, you're having you around, right? Luckily, I think I'm gonna be too young to live to see any of that happen. Or whatever, I'll get to be like 80 or whatever, or 90. And then after that, who cares what happens? I'm dead. It sounds harsh, but when someone's dead, they're dead. They don't really give a shit because they don't exist anymore. I mean, maybe there's like a second life or something, who knows? I have no idea one way or the other, so I don't like to sit there and go, oh, that sounds ridiculous, or, yeah, no, that's for sure what happens. Who knows? I've always wondered, is that thing like getting his heart beating again, or was it just moving around looking? Because it sure looked like it shocked his body a little bit, so it's almost like it was like one of those defibrillators or whatever they're called. I think that's what they're
all the things that the people in the ambulance will use to get somebody back to life with the electricity. I'm pretty sure that's a defibrillator. Whatever, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. No big deal. Like I always say, if you're wrong, admit you're wrong, move on. No big deal.
Oh, shit, my head's killing me.
Oh shit, I have a different problem this time. I mean, I'm almost out of battery. I'm almost out of space on my camera. Oh, it's probably because I didn't delete half the other stuff and pull it off. Since I didn't get done. So I just need to go delete some files after I get done with this video.
Okay, boss.
We've got 2 minutes and 24 seconds, so I don't think it'll take me 2 minutes to kill these guys. So let's kill these guys and wrap the video up before my shit just shuts off and says it's out of space.
Who hacked into Collective's central hub and caused the civilian robots to attack facility employees. Petrov has the access codes for the hub. Your mission is find him. Bring him to me alive.
Copy that, sir. The target is Victor Petrov. My mission is to find him and bring him to you.
Exactly. Sectionov out.
Holy shit. Hey, Glove.
All right,
Yes, Major.
and with that,
Any details
let's
on
go
the
wrap
target?
this video
Victor
on
Petrov.
up. Well, all right, guys, that's a wrap for Atomic Heart. I gotta make this real quick outro because I only got 1 minute and 34 seconds of space left on the card. But the game ran pretty damn decent. I'd say it ran way smoother here than it did at 1200p, so that's always cool. It even did all right with ray tracing, if you don't care about 60 FPS, that is. But I think that one would still have drops under 60 in some spots. But in any case, it's time for me to go get all these files off this camera, and then we'll move on to the secondary computer. But I hope you enjoyed this video though, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.